What's going on, guys? In this video we're going to go ahead and take a look at dual wielding infinite stun lock combinations and explore a little bit about this mechanic. So as you've seen there, that guy could not escape my stun lock due to the speed and the amount of poise that I was breaking. And I say poise, it's pretty irrelevant. However, it will have some application when we're talking about infinite stun locking. So, first of all, you need to find a set of weapons to be able to stun lock, and not all weapons can infinite stun lock. You're not power snatching them, as that would be pointless. It's the fact that you're hitting back and forth with each hand at a rapid succession in order to stun lock your opponent. That is what gives you the infinite stun lock. And in this case, you know, I had received a lot of hate mail, and that wasn't the intent. That's not the intention here. It's just to be a guy that's going around stun locking the hell out of everybody. It's just, I was just trying to showcase, and that's the point of this video, is just trying to showcase and be informative on what this technique is. I say technique, but anyways, here I'm trying out the Claymore and the Murakumo. Something that I've noticed, the more poise damage your weapon does in your right hand, the better it is at stun locking, because it's vital that you get the stun lock off the right hand weapon first, because if you don't, they can poise through it. And in most cases, they will poise through your right hand weapon. And I don't have the poise breakpoint sheet right in front of me, the one that is the actual PvP breakpoint, but I know like the running R1 off the katana, because I really wanted to make the katana do the running R1 right into infinite stun lock, and it wasn't working out because they could poise through the running R1 one-handed. Now two-handed is a different story. It's hard. I've never seen really anybody poise through a two-handed running R1, but in this situation, you know, I swapped up the Claymore because the running R1 on this lance is not that great. Excuse me. And however, the lance seems to be one of the best stun locking weapons due to the ability it has of, when you use an R1 with it, it lunges forward, it bridges the gap, it closes the distance, and that is what doesn't allow your opponent to get away out of the stun lock, because it continuously pokes forward, and it does 35 poise damage itself on the screen, so I don't know what that converts to. I don't feel like looking that up, but PvP wise, that converts to probably, I don't know, 90, 100, something like that. So I was using the was it Black Dragon Longsword, because in the left hand I was needing something that was fast, that can chain that lance. So you could hit with the lance, then chain, hit with the lance, chain, hit with the lance, chain. Not only that, the weapon in the left hand needed to be something that did not require a lot of stamina to swing. So it couldn't be something that depleted my stamina. I didn't want two lances, because that would eat your stamina. This weapon in the left hand doesn't require much stamina when you swing it. It's just perfect. In most occasions, I was playing more defensive. You know, when I realized that in the left hand, the running L1 off the Black Dragon Sword was just too small and it didn't cover enough distance, and usually I would lose the trade, you know, if I was going in, especially like fighting this dual wielding greatsword guy. But anyways, but I was playing defensive. As they would come to me, you know, I can get off two swings, to where if they came in and they tried to roll around me, I could still swing the left-handed weapon non-stop and try to keep them off of me, kind of like you would do with the Gold Tracer in Dark Souls 1, when people were trying to come in with a roll BS, you know, just to cover your back. And that worked out good, because once I got the stun lock with the left-handed weapon, I would go ahead and follow that up with the Great Lance, and then finish them off that way. But I was looking through some of the long swords, and I think there's a Drake Keeper longsword or something. It seemed like it was one of the longest ones as far as what was in my inventory, and I just didn't have the stuff to make it imbue it the way I wanted it to. And here you see a good combination right there. I'm using the claymore in the right hand because I thought maybe, okay, the claymore, how can I control distance? Well, you can control distance by a number of means. You have a really good running R1 that can be, I'm not saying you telegraph the hell out of it, I'm saying that you use your running R1 to kind of bait them, attack by drawing, and that way you do have the ability to close the distance you want to. Now my opinions on this, is that I haven't had too much experience doing this, but I found that it's very, very powerful. But it seems like when you're on the offensive and if you miss the second attack, because you gotta take into the fact that the first attack may not stun them. You may lose that exchange because you're one-handing them, and most people have enough poise to withstand a one-handed attack. So when you one-hand your weapons and you go up and you swing, say most people are two-handing, and then you get stun locked and you lose the trade, you know, that's pretty much game set match, because some, you know, it could be so you got to take that into consideration. If you're going to one-hand a weapon and you're going to go for infinite stun lock, don't lose the exchange. And in some situations, I was using I think at this situation right here, I got the, you know, the lance in the left hand, the katana in the right hand. That way, if I can see somebody who's got some poise or whatever, I can maybe switch up and hold the katana in two hands, and you just kind of judge what your opponent is doing. In this situation here, I'm trying to get that running R1, and that leads to a good stun lock right there. You see, this guy had pretty good defense though, and this is weird right here. It's a good old backstab cancel damage. Anyways, so in the end of this video, I actually swap back to two-handed katana, because I wasn't as victorious. I wasn't as making as decisive victories as I would if I was just two-handed katana. I don't know if it's because I got more experience with that, or the fact that I was just, this technique here of infinite stun lock just isn't as good as what it is. It's good for what it is, being that if you get in the situation where you get infinite stun locked, you know, so you just got to really be careful there. And because there's more combinations, like I said, the lance is a good one. If you know any more combinations, you can holler at me, because I'm talking about dual wielding combinations with an infinite stun lock. And like I said, the lance is good because it steps forward, it keeps going towards you, so you can't roll away. I think that's one of the most important things there. So I was messing around with some other movesets. I didn't really find another weapon that that did such things, you know. I even dual wielded, I don't know if I included it in this video, but I even dual wielded like long swords because they were so fast back and forth. But if you can't keep with your opponent, that, you know, you're hitting them and you're knocking them back, and they're going to get away, you know. So that's what I feel about that. But like I said, you know, I'm going more of a heavy armor setup here with Havels and stuff, just because of the fact I'm trying to be more in your face with the dual wielding. I'm trying to be more melee, you know, instead of whereas in the past I would kind of be hit and run, kind of be roll around with katana, and you'll see that here in a minute. And this guy did hardly no damage with that backstab crystal magic weapon. I don't know what he's wearing. Can't see. Is that some kind of, that's a katana maybe? Oh, it might be a katana. Yeah, that's what it is. But yeah, I just wanted to showcase a few things. And here I go back to two-handed katana, and I got the steel helmet, I think, on, and jester's robe. Just trying it out, you know. You see that running R1 always stuns your opponent, or it seems like. So here, when I'm doing it this way, you know, I'm playing off my opponent, and if I can get to where, if anybody can get to where they can play off your opponent when you have the ability to infinite stun lock. So, I mean, I guess that would be based on your opponent having the ability to infinite stun lock. Them might be an option if you want to keep a weapon in your left hand or whatever. But I definitely plan on playing around with it. I hope there's some more combinations that can do something other than the lance. Because I don't really like the way the lance looks. and I'm not a fan of it, but I mean, it is what it is. So, but anyways, I just wanted to make this quick video, guys. Just very informative, and hopefully you learned something about the infinite stun lock. And if you ever see anybody using these weapons, you can also expect them to have an Avalon on, because people like to use the Avalon as a secondary means of attack. But that's pretty much it, guys. Appreciate you watching. Stay tuned next time for some more Dark Souls 2 PvP. See you guys later.